Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. We're going to be doing race 2 of the Yrl Division 1 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. First thing we'll do is pick out how many TV drivers. Michael P. will be a TV driver since he won the Daytona race. And we'll roll the dice. And then we'll draw to see what positions will be the TV drivers. Alrighty. Let's see how many more TV drivers we'll have besides Michael P. We'll have seven more TV drivers. How's it going, P-Jet? Oh, you're welcome, bud. Alrighty, let's shuffle these a little more. And we'll pick out the 7 other TV drivers besides Michael P. Unless Michael P gets one of these spots. And if Michael P gets one of these spots, then we'll just have 7. Okay. First spot, that'll be a TV driver, will be qualifier number 14. Be a TV driver. Next up will be whoever qualifies 6th will be a TV driver. Whoever qualifies 24th will be a TV driver. Whoever qualifies 40th will be a TV driver. Whoever qualifies 35th will be a TV driver. Whoever qualifies 37th. And our last one will be 43rd. So TV drivers will mostly be from the back of the pack. We'll put these cards back in here. And we'll reshuffle. And we'll get the starting lineup here for Atlanta Motor Speedway. Alrighty. Now we'll shuffle the drivers. And we'll put them in the hat here. Mix them around a little bit. And let's see who the first driver, where he'll start. 39th. First driver starting 39th will be Darla in the 14 car. Starting 39th. Next up, be 31st. 31st will be the 76 of Chris Delaware, Strat Delaware, in the 76 car. Starting 31st. Up next, be 29th. And that'll be Sarah Reynolds in the 97 car. '29th. Starting 27th. Will be Bob Catalona in the 20 car, starting 27th. Starting 24th will be Michael P. And since that is a TV driver spot, we'll only have 7. We will only have 7 TV drivers. Starting 24th, Michael P., the Daytona winner. Starting on the outside of the pole will be Jim Cutter in the 68 car. Starting 43rd, another TV driver will be B.R. Wells. Shotgun to the field. But he will be a TV driver. Starting 14th, another TV driver will be Glenn P. Starting 14th and a TV driver. Starting 6th, another TV driver. We Fast Addie Chilton in the 9 car. Starting 37th, another TV driver will be Double D in the 2 car. Starting 38th will be Fan-O-Matic in the 19 car. Starting 5th will be our defending champ P-Jet in the 44 car. Not a bad starting spot, P-Jet. Starting 5th. Starting 35th will be Big Don in the 5 car. And that is a TV driver. Starting 22nd will be Alex Monafasu in the 23 car, starting 22nd. Starting 36th will be Glenn Parks in the 88 car. Starting 8th will be Roger Ward in the 24 car. Starting 40th, our last TV driver will be Alan Shaw in the 11 car. Starting 21st, Keith White in the 17 car. Starting 20th, one just fell out of the hat. We'll go with it onto the ground. As myself, Dwayne Marks, starting 20th. Starting 30th, will be Danny Gray in the 42 car. Starting 16th, will be Devin OG in the 28 car. Starting 25th, will be Keith Avalon in the 1 car. Starting 41st, will be David Demos in the 17 car. Starting 33rd, will be H. Hess in the 88 car. Starting 34th, will be Hammer Time in the 34 car. And we'll see who's on the pole now. And the pole will be David Little in the 45 car. Starting lucky number 13 will be Michael B in the 1 car. Starting 10th, will be Sean D in the 33 car. Starting 18th, will be Bob B in the 69 car. Starting 17th, will be Candy in the 68 car. Starting 28th, will be Rob in the 18 car. Starting 11th will be Paul Gallagher in the 55 car. Govier, sorry, Paul Govier. In the 55 car. Starting 12th will be Troy Carter in the 55 car. Back-to-back 55 cars picked out. Starting 11th and 12th. Starting 15th will be G-Puck in the 22 car. Starting 23rd will be J.B. Gorman in the 79 car. And starting 42nd is Des Cortez in the 96 car. Starting 9th will be Ken Castro in the 92 car. Starting 3rd will be Tim Tribefan in the 26 car. Starting 26th will be Amish Elvis in the 00 car. Starting 19th will be MP Fox in the 12 car. Starting 4th will be Steve R in the 25 car. Starting 7th will be Glenn B in the 23 car. And 32nd will be D. Scott Howard in the 13 car. So your starting lineup on the pole: Little to his outside, Cutter, 3rd, Tribe Fan to his outside, Steve R, 5th, P-Jet to his outside, Fast Eddie Chilton, 7th, Glenn B to his outside, Roger Ward, 9th, Ken Castro to his outside, Sean D, 11th, Paul Govier. And to his outside, Troy Carter. 13th is Michael B. To his outsides, Glenn P. 15th is G Puck. To his outsides, Devin OG. 17th is Candy. To her outsides, Bob B. 19th, MP Fox. To his outsides, Dwayne Marks. 21st, Keith White. To his outside, Alex Montefiasco. 23rd, GB Gorman. To his outside, last week's winner, Michael P. 25th, Keith Avalon. To his outside, Amish Elvis. 27th, Bobby Catalano. To his outsides, Rob. 29th, Sarah Reynolds. To her outside is 42 car Danny and Gray. 31st, Chris Stratt, Delaware. To his outsides, D. Scott Howard. 33 is H. Huss. To his outside is the 34 car of Hammer Time. 35th, Big Don. To his outside, Clinton Parks. 37th, Double D. To his outside's Fanomatic. Starting 39th is Darla. To her outside is Alan Shaw. 41st is David Demos. To his outside is Dez. Quarters and shotgun to the field will be B.R. Wells. And let's get this race started with Dave Little bringing us to the green flag here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And we start off with a top group of Control. Let's see if Dave Little can hold off on the first turn here. First one up with Control is Glenn B. A 3.66. Glenn B gets the lead from Dave Little. See if he can hold on. Next up's Fast Eddie. 2 and a 2, no. And last one's Jim Cutter with a shot at the lead. A 3.5, he'll get Glenn B. 2 lead changes here in the first turn. Turn number 2. We got a pedal to the metal. Pedal to the metal. Alrighty, let's see where it starts at. It'll be the 28th driver. Rob will start this pedal to the metal. Let's see how many people following. Sarah Reynolds. Yes. Sarah Reynolds will follow. Next up, Danny and Gray. No, it'll be a 2-car train. First up is Bobby Catalino. Yes, they get him. Next up is Amish Elvis. No, it stops there. They pick up 1 spot. Bobby goes back 2. That'll be all for turn number 2. Turn number 3 here at Atlanta will be doubles, middle group, rare problem, followed by a problem. Let's do the rare problem first. In the middle group, it's a 64. Driver incident in the middle group. Driver incident. 41. That'll be driver 4. Odd. That'll be G Puck. And let's roll the decide or die. Decide or die. Dot will be 14th. Blank will be 16th. It's a blank, so it's 16th. Devin OG is involved in the incident. See if they both can escape it. G-Puck needs a 4. He gets a 4. He escapes. Devin OG needs a 5. Doesn't get it, so there'll be a caution. Everybody will move up. And let's see if he can survive. We're still in the first third of the race. So he needs a 9 to survive. And he gets it. So they're able to fix the car, but Devin OG goes back to 43rd. And we still have the problem. Let's see who had a problem. Maybe that's what caused this driver incident. 35 in the middle group will be the third driver, odd. It'll be Michael B with a problem. A 25 is cooling problem, roll for repair, and he will need a 7 to stay in the race. And he gets it. He'll stay in the race. Now we got to see who moves up from the bottom group. A 2, Keith White moves up. So we still got 43 cars running here. We had the turn plus a caution. Takes us to turn number 5. As Jim Cutter will lead us to the green here on turn 5. He's had the lead since turn 1. Let's see what happens here. We got a top group, doubles, and heat. So first we'll do the heat. You got Fast Eddie going after Jim Cutter. Cutter does not have the heat quality, so it'll take a 3, 4, 5, or 6 to beat him. And here goes Fast Eddie with a 5. That's not going to get it. P-Jet with a shot at the lead here. A 4 is not going to get it. Steve R with heat. Last one with a chance here. A 6 isn't going to get it. Then we had the problem. We'll see what driver in the top group had the problem. And it'll be driver number 4, P-Jet, has a problem. Our defending champ. See what kind of problem it is. It's a 14. Cut tire to the end of the bottom group. Now we'll see who can move up to the top and middle here on turn 5. A 2. Roger Ward will move up to the top group. And let's see who moves up from the bottom. Alex will move up. So we'll still have 43 cars running. Nobody's fallen out of the race yet. And Jim Cutter still has the lead after 5 turns. On to turn number 6 here. We got a bottom group, doubles again. We got a trouble in the bottom group and a problem. Trouble and a problem. We'll do the trouble first. See what happens here. Gorman needs a 5 to escape. Doesn't get it. Michael P needs a 5 to escape it. Doesn't get it. Keith Avalon needs a 6. He gets it. Elvis needs a 8. He doesn't get it. Rob needs a 7. He gets it. Sarah Reynolds needs an 8. She gets it. Bobby needs a 6. He doesn't get it. Danny needs a 6. He doesn't get it. Chris Stratt needs a 8. He gets it. Scott Howard needs a 10. He gets it. Haas needs a 6. He doesn't get it. Hammer Time needs a 6 and gets it. Big Don needs a 8. He doesn't get it. Parks needs an 8. Doesn't get it. A lot of cars involved in this wreck, guys. Let's see here. Double D needs an 8. Doesn't get it. Phanomatic needs an 8. He gets it. Darla needs an 8. She gets it. Alan Shaw needs an 8. He doesn't get it. David Demos needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Dez needs an 8. Doesn't get it. BR needs a 5. Gets it. Devin OG needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Michael B needs a 6. Doesn't get it. See if our defending champ going back here was able to miss the wreck. Needs a 7. Gets it. See how many cars is involved in this wreck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cars involved in the wreck. Let's see if any of them can repair them. We're still in the first third of the race, so they will need a 9 to stay in the race. First up's Michael B. He stays in the race. Next up is Devin OG. He doesn't. Devin OG is the first car out of the race. He will finish 43rd in the 28 car. Next up is Dez in the 96 car. He stays in the race. Next is David Demos. He's out of the race in the 17 car. David Demos will finish 42nd. Alan Shaw's up next. He's able to stay in the race. Double D with a 7 stays in the race. Parks. No. 88 Parks is out of the race. Will finish 41st. Next up is Big Don with an 8 stays in the race. H. Hess. No. The 88 car of H. Hess finishes 40th. Next up is Danny and Gray. He stays in the race. Bobby's up next. He stays in the race. Elvis is up now. He's out of the race. The 00 Amish Elvis will finish 39th. Michael P., last week's winner. Can he survive? No, he doesn't. Michael P. will finish 38th. Last week's big winner at Daytona. And this week he's out in 38th place. J.B. Gorman stays in the race. So we had 6 cars that could not continue the race. 37 cars still on the track. That'll take us to turn 9 for the pit stops here. since the two yellows took us past the pit stop. And it'll be top group, 2 and 6 switch. And the top group with the chance to get some chips. First up will be the leader here. Jim Cutter needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Glenn B needs a 5. Gets it. Glenn B with a chip. Roger Ward with a 6. Doesn't get it. Steve R with a 6. Doesn't get it. Fast Eddie with a 4. He gets it. Fast Eddie gets a chip. Next up is Dave Little, our pole setter, needs an 8. He gets it. Next up is Tim Tribe fan, needs a 5, and he gets it. A lot of good crew members out there. Now let's see if anybody can beat Jim Cutter out of the pits here. A 3 and a 6, no. So here we go with some guys with some chips behind Jim Cutter. He's led since turn 1. We go on to turn number 10 here at Atlanta. We had the big wreck there on turn 6. And here we go with turn 10. We got a pedal to the metal. Pedal to the metal. And this time it'll be the 36 car. So there's only 2 cars possible. Him and Michael B. See if Michael B follows along. No, he doesn't. It's a one-man train. He takes on Alan Shaw, does. Gets him. Next is Double D. Doesn't get him. Picks up 1 spot. And that'll be it for turn 10. He'll get a chip for leading 10 laps. Top group, and it's a star. Does any of y'all? Because he has a chip and the star quality. First up is Stephen R. Takes a 4, 5, or 6 to beat Jim Cutter. Star 4, he doesn't need to use it. Fast Eddie gets the lead here on turn 11. And the 9 car. Fast Eddie Chilton. And if I remember correctly, I think he finished dead last at Daytona. Gets the lead here on turn 11. Now on to turn 12 with our new leader. It'll be a bottom group skill in the bottom group. Does anybody got skill back here? Michael B does. A 333, but he's got problems. Got a problem with Michael B. 43, overheating, roll for repair. It's now in the second third of the race. So he'll need a 5 to stay in the race. Michael B being involved in that wreck, see if that cost him. He's able to stay put. They were able to fix that heating problem. Next up will be Double D. He gets a 2, 5, 5. So Michael P, Double D goes from 34th up to 16th, and MP Fox drops back. Next up is Big Don. A 3, 4, 3. Bobby B. Big Dan gets Bobby B, goes from 33rd up to 15th. Next up is Danny and Gray. He gets a 5, not happening. Bobby's up now. Gets a 5, not happening. Last year's champs up, P-Jet. Gets a 6, not happening. BR's up now. Gets a 4, not happening. Fanomatic gets a 2-3-3. And Glenn B will be dropping back. Fanomatic goes from 26th up to 12th. Hammer time. See what he can do here. He gets a triples, 4s. He has a problem. A 65 for for Hammer time. Black flag smoke from underneath the hood. Roll for repair. And again, he'll need a 5 to stay in the race. Doesn't get it. Hammer time's out of the race. Will finish 37th. Next up is D. Scott Howard. Trying to move up. Gets a 1-4-3. And he will get Big Dan. Don. He didn't stay up in 15th very long. Next up is Chris Strat Delaware. He rolls a 4, not happening. And the last one in the bottom group with skill is Keith Avalon in the one car. And he gets a 5. We have 36 cars running after 12 turns. Our leader is Fast Eddie Chilton with the chip. Here we go on to turn 13. Top group control. See if Fast Eddie can hold him off. He does have control, so they don't need a 4, 5, or 6. And here we go with Dave Little, our pole setter, with a chip, but so does Fast Eddie. It's a 4-4, so no, he doesn't get him, and we'll roll to see if they use their chips. It's odd they will use their chips, and that means Glenn B with control and a chip, as long as he don't roll triples, will take over the lead here. But first up's Jim Cutter trying to get the lead back. A 4-3, no. Now it's Glenn B with the 5-5, but he has the chip. So Glenn B will take over the lead here on turn 13 in the 23 car. Halfway mark now. Cross flags are out. We got turn 14. Here we go. Be a middle group control. First time we called his name today. A 4, not going to happen. Paul Govier with control. A 3-5-3. And he gets Ward. Goes from 18th up to 6th. Next up is D. Scott Howard. Just moved up from the back, not moving to the top group though. Candy's up next with a 3-4-4. Tribe Fan has a chip, holds her off. G-Puck with control. Gets a 2-3-2. And see here, Dave Little has control, so holds off G-Puck. Fanomatic's up next with a 3-4-5. Tribe doesn't have a chip now, so Fanomatic goes from 12th up to 5th. Next up is Alex in the 23 car. And it's a 5, not happening. Keith White with a 3-4-4. Fanomatic doesn't stay up there very long. Keith White goes from 10th up to 5th. Sean D with the chance to move up to the top group. Sean D with a 3-3-1. So Fast Eddie will hold him off. Next up, last one is Ken Castro with a 4, not happening. Turn 15 here at Atlanta. And it is a middle group again. This time it's Heat. So you can put the heat on. Troy Carter with Heat again. He gets a 3-5-1. That's not going to happen with the 1. Alex with Heat. A 2-4-6. He gets Keith White, goes from 11th up to 5th. And last one in the middle group with Heat is Sean D. And a 6 and a 1 doesn't get it. Turn 16. We got a top group. We got doubles. It's a rare. Plus we got the problem. Our second rare, the third rare of the race. See what this is for the top group. It's a 63 pit error. Okay, see who in the top group committed a pit error. It'll be the 4 Alex does. He'll drop to the bottom. We'll see who moves up to the top group here. Ken moves up. See who moves up to the middle group. It's not Keith. Is it Rob? Not Rob. Sarah? Not Sarah. Chris Strat? No. Big Don? Yes. Goes the whole way back to the 24th car. And now we'll see who in the top group had the problem. It'll be Paul Govier. What kind of problem does Paul have? 11. Odd problem. 23. Hood latch pin loose to the end of the bottom group for Paul. Now we'll see who moves up again to the top and middle. Sean D moves up. And see if Keith can move up this time. No. How about Rob? Yes, Rob moves up to 19th. Now we go to our last pit stop of the race. Turn 17. It'll be a top group again. 5 and 6 switch. And the top group with a chance to get some chips. See what happens here. First up will Glenn P. He needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Next is Fast Eddie, needs a 4. And he gets it. That's twice here Fast Eddie's crews come through for him. Jim Cutter needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Dave Little with an 8. He gets it. Steve R with a 6. Doesn't get it. Sean D with a 5. Doesn't get it. And last one, Ken Castro needs a 4. Doesn't get it. See who can, if anybody, can beat Glenn B out of the pits here. 4 and a 2. So Steve R gets the lead out of the pits. Here on turn 17. 25 cars. Steve R moves up to the lead. And we got 8 turns left. 2 people with chips looking good. And here we go with turn 18. We'll have another pedal to the metal. And this one will be the 27th place car. So we'll start with JB Gorman. See if anybody tags along. No, it'll be a one-man train going after P-Jet. Doesn't get him. That'll be turn 18. P-Jet had that car wide. Took up the whole track, blocked them off. So we go to turn 19, another pedal to the metal. And this will be the 12th car. Candy will start us off. See if anybody follows her. First up is Howard. No, it's a one train. Candy taking on G-Puck. Gets him. Taking on Tim Trotvan. Doesn't get him. She moves up one spot from 12th to 11th. Takes us to turn 20. Turn 20, we have middle group, and it's TV. So first up is Big Don. Big Don in the middle. See if he can move up. A 3-5-4. He gets Sean D. Goes from 16th up to 6th. And the last TV driver is Double D. See if he can move up. He gets 6. That ain't going to happen. 5 turns left here at Atlanta with your leader, Steve R. But there's 2 drivers in the top group with chips. So we'll see what happens here in the last 50 miles. And he gets it, but he doesn't get the red dice. It's a 4, so he'll have to use his chip. Fast Eddie gets the lead back here on turn 21. So with 4 turns to go, Dave Little with the chip. See if he'll be able to use it. We have a middle group, and it'll be star. How many stars have we got in the middle group here? Not many. It looks like Double D's the first one. We get a 1-6-3. He gets Ken Castro, goes from 14th up to 7th. Next up is G-Puck in the 22 car. He gets a 3-5-6. He'll get Big Don, goes from 12th to 6th. Candy with the star quality. Gets a 1-3-6. But Dave Little uses his chip. And Fast Eddie likes that. He won't have to worry about defending off the chip if it comes up. Turn 23 out of 25. 2 turns to go. We got middle group control. Troy Carter with a shot to move up here. Gets a 1-2-4 and takes over 3rd place. Troy Carter from 19th up to 3rd. Next up is Rob. See if Rob can move out of here. He gets a 4, no. Next up is Sean D. Gets a 6, no. Ken Castro is up next. Gets a 4, no. D. Scott Howard with a 2-3-6. Gets Dave Little. Goes from 13th up to 4th. Next up is Big Don. Gets a 2-3-2. And with having control, D. Scott holds him off. Candy up next with a 1-3-3. This time Howard's unable to hold her off, so Candy goes from 11th up to 4th. Keith White with a shot to move up with a 3-4-5. Glenn B gets him, moves up to 5th. And the last one here in the middle group with control is Fan-O-Matic with a 3-3-1. That's not going to happen. Turn 24. We got a pedal to the metal on turn 24. And it'll be the 27th place car. That'll be Gorman. See how many people come along. We haven't had a big train, and we haven't had nobody really do much passing. And it ain't going to be a big train. It'll just be JB. He gets P-Jet going out to BR, but he doesn't go no further than that. JB moves up one spot. We got the white flag. Last lap, last turn. See what happens here. Fast Eddie Chilton in the lead. See if he can hold him off. It'll be a pedal to the metal for the last turn. And it'll be the 35th Alex. See if they can make it the whole way up to the lead. See if Paul goes with him. Yes, he will. Here we go. Taking on Michael B. It's not going to happen. So that is your race, folks. Fast Eddie Chilton kind of dominated this race. Led a good bit there in the middle and then came back to take the lead with 21 on the 21st turn. So you got Fast Eddie Chilton, your race winner. Like I say, if my memory's correct, I think he finished dead last at Daytona. Finishing second in the 25 car is Steve R. Finishing third, Troy Carter made a nice move near the end there to get up to third. And finishing fourth, Candy in the 68 car did the same thing, made a nice move near the end. Get up to fourth. Finishing fifth in the 17 car is Keith White. Finishing sixth in the 22 car is G-Puck. Finishing seventh in the 2 car is Double D. Finishing eighth in the 19 car is Fan-O-Matic. Finishing 23rd. Finishing ninth rather in the 23 car is Glenn B. Finishing 10th in the 26 car is Tim Tribe Fan. Finishing 13th, 11th rather in the 13th is D. Scott Howard. Finishing 12th in the 5 car is Big Don. And your pole setter in a 45 car finishes 13th, Dave Little. Ken Castro in the 92 car is 14th. In the 21 car, myself, Dwayne Martz, finishes 15th. Sean D in the 33 car finishes 16th. Rob in the 18 car finishes 17th. In the 24 car, Roger Ward finishes 18th. Finishing 19th is Jim Cutter in the 68 car. Finishing 20th, Keith Avalon in the 1 car. Finishing 21st in the 97 car is Sarah Reynolds. Finishing 22nd in the 76 car is Chris Stratt, Delaware. Finishing 23rd in the 4 car is Glenn P. Finishing 24th in the 14 car is Darla. The 62 car of B.R. Wells. Finishes 25th. Finishing 26th is J.B. Gorman in the 79 car. And in the 44 car, P-Jet finishes 27th. In the 20 car, Bobby Catalino will finish 28th. Finishing 29th in the 42 car, Danny and Gray. Finishing 30th in the 69 car is Bob B. Finishing 31st in the 12 car is MP Fox. Finishing 32nd in the 96 car is Des Corals. Finishing 33rd in the 11 car is Alan Shaw. Finishing 34th in the 1 car is Michael B. Finishing 35th in the 23 car is Alex Manifiso. And last car still running on the track, and 36 to 55 car, Paul Govier. Alrighty, guys. Hope you enjoyed the race. I'll get off of here and do the results and update the points. I'll send them off to P-Jet, so whenever he has time, he can update the website. Hope you all enjoyed the race. Congratulations, Fast Eddie. And until next time, you all have a nice afternoon. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye for now.